This is my first time trying Garula at level 10. Before I had tried again and again at levels 8 and 9 and it just was not happening. The damage output just wasn't there. You see 66 and is my general damage with fire, and I think 72 is what I had max. Yeah, there's 72. Like 72 was the max amount of damage I was able to do. So trying to knock him down with that was just really painful. At level 10 even. At level 8 I think I was doing around 55 to 60 damage at max. And just the numbers just weren't adding up with the amount of healing that I needed to do. Now I didn't get the ice rod. I forgot to pick that up and I didn't feel like going back to get it. So it just wasn't really good at level 8 or 9. But basically the whole thing was just healing when I could, just keeping everyone around 130, 120, just to be able to take the 2 hits when he started doing them. Other than that, it was just, you know, the grind. And there was the elf cape actually, and that was really nice if it worked. There was actually a battle I did at level 8 where, honest to God, 5 times in a row, like, Bars just was like block, 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 and there he goes again. And it was great, and I was doing really good that time, but then the damage just piled up, and it was crazy amount of damage. The thing that sucked the most is I had to use up both of the elixirs that I have. Here goes the first one. You know, once they got the, what is it called? Slip, I think? Actually, she wasn't slip that time, but when they start getting the slip damage from the, I think it's called Toshin in the Japanese version, I don't know what they call his move in the US release. But when he starts doing that, it just sucks so much HP out of your characters. And other than that, it's just fire, fire, fire. It's a long and tense fight. This is the first time actually I had trouble in the game. The first few bosses are a complete breeze with black mages because the damage is just so high. But his damage is just incredibly annoying. And there's just potions all the time. I think I started with 30 or 31 potions, and I ended with not many. I was 28 right then. Oh, there's one time when I almost beat it where I used, I think, 16 potions and I still lost. Because you're just not doing enough damage for the fight. The problem is when he starts getting them, you know, several characters under 100 is just luck, complete and utter luck if you can, you know, potion the right ones at the right time. Because right now, if he hits Bart's twice, he's gone. You know, if he didn't hit 2 on 2 different characters, just completely over and just really tight. I don't even have the ability. There's no luxury to Phoenix down anybody. Because there's Toshinia, and then he just starts zapping away I got of health. Yeah, he's at 32, so this is, I think, when I use the second elixir. Yeah, yep, just use the elixir. I don't know how much, you know, money I throw away on this fight, but it's just not many other options other than grinding a whole lot more. And I've heard some people with doing thieves, 4 thieves have gotten to like level 19 with a lot of problems. I mean, I'm sure other people have beaten it faster, but it's just rough, so rough. Even with Black Mage and their damage dealing abilities. And as got off at 1 health, dies. I think that's when I realized that it was about to die, and yep, there he goes. So I was just pounding away to get him then. And there goes Garula. So I went into this fight completely not worried at all with Mystic Knight and Black Mage just spamming Blizzara and Blizzara Sword. I really had no worries whatsoever. Except for the fact that I completely forgot how this boss works. So I just set up my 2 swords, cast Blizzara, and you know, take the counter damage, and he goes into the hand form. Is it weak against fire? I don't remember how it works, but all I know is that Blizzard just doesn't, and I realized that way too late. And then I go and start attacking with my Blizzara swords and not realizing, oh yeah, that actually won't do any damage because of them being counted as spells, I guess, or blizzard spells. Anyway, it doesn't work. So I potion up to try not to die, but I just completely, having just forgotten completely about that. I'm just sitting here dumbfounded for like 2 minutes and not knowing what to do at all. And so just watch and laugh at how bad I'm just like, derp-a-der. What am I gonna do? Attack? No. No. So I'm just waiting for one guy to take enough damage and then potion. That's pretty much it. I was just dumb until I realized that, you know, I had to deal damage in a different way. I should have checked up on it. Is fire the weakness here? I think so, but let's see what happens. So at this point, I'm still healing him. And then I get the brilliant idea to attack with Galuf there. Galuf. I get the brilliant idea way too late. There he goes. I'm like, hey, I'll just attack. 15 damage, but after the fire counter, I get to go to the tornado form. I don't think I even bother healing. Yeah, I'm not gonna raise him because I just do so much damage with the swords that, you know, I just wait it out. One more time with Galuf poking with his little knife, I think. No, Ferris goes first. She's getting pretty fast. No, they both go. Is just Galuf slow? I'm not really sure, but raise them up enough to not die from the fire wave. Luckily, I don't know, I guess it really doesn't matter. When Galuf gets hit, that was actually pretty bad because I would have had to change my swords. I would have wasted a turn, but yeah, just damage it. Magnet does absolutely nothing to front row guys. Another big hit. This actually worried me a lot because I didn't know if I'd be able to survive. No, I know I can survive the other thing, but taking a hit there and just wipes it out. Very, very easy fight, even though I played stupidly. So free's easy, right, with magic users, and oh no, back attack, great. Yeah, I figured, you know, I have the Geomancer with black magic, the black mage, and 2 guys pumping him with swords filled with Blizzara, and it's not going to take long at all. And it actually took a little bit longer than I was hoping to, just because I was too lazy to switch them out of the back row. It really wasn't an issue at all, except for doing stupid things like using the Geomancer skill by accident, which healed him, but I hadn't done any damage yet, so whatever. Even if it did, it was 90, it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, this was just too easy with this party. I've had problems before in the Fiesta. What with last year was White Mage, Thief, and Berserker, so it took a little while. And the year before that would have been Monk, Beastmaster, and Berserker, so that again took some time. But other than that, I mean, I just got through it those 2 years, and this year was just completely easy. I didn't actually know if you could back attack you until I started playing in the Fiesta, and then he started doing it to me. Just inconvenient mostly. But yeah, just the 300 missing there, but like the 300 from the Mystic Knights instead of their full damage is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but he goes down quickly. If anyone thinks I'm some sort of Final Fantasy master, what with me running this contest every year for the past 3 years now, I keep showing in this video that I'm just not really good at remembering things. Casting Blizzara on my first Mystic Knight was not smart. Then I go ahead and just cast Blizzara naturally, just healing back all that damage I did. So I just wasted so much time here, but just going to show how incredibly powerful magic can be in this game. I have no problems whatsoever with this fight. I just fix the sword and then bam, 700 damage. I was trying to be cute and using my Geomancer's ability, but that was again just wasting time because Fire Eye is just really punishing him. And Geomancer has a great magic stat, like I might have said earlier, so it just doesn't even matter. That Galuf just died there. Galuf. I can't say his name. Galuf? But yeah, then when he protects himself is a pain in the butt. That's what my big problem was last year with all melee. But magic this year just makes complete mincemeat out of him. It really is an annoying fight though if you don't have any magic, because the protect and his draining just slows it down so much. And I don't know why my Mystic Knights are missing. That was a pain in the neck. But fire just wipes away any problems. And then he goes away. And here for me is the hardest fight I've had so far, the Sandworm. Now the past 2 years I've had Berserkers, so that was always a pain in the neck. This year I figured it'd be easier until I realized I have no healing whatsoever. So instead of grinding up for the flame rings or something like that, I just give it a shot. What I do though is, since I know how much HP he has, 3,000, I just keep a little calculator by me and keep tapping away to keep track of how much damage I've done. So I actually pause a lot through this fight, and that's why you'll see little blips in the video. I try to edit them out as best as possible, but it's just lots of pausing to keep track of how much health I'm actually doing here. How much damage I'm actually doing to him. So luckily the Black Mage is doing a decent amount of damage. I probably should have also been trying to hit with Geomancer, but I was trying to keep my health up as well. In retrospect, having one of the Mystic Knights do the healing and the Geomancer doing damage might have gotten me through this a lot faster. With slip damage just piles up way too fast if you have no solid healing in this fight though. Flame rings on everybody would have been great, but those are just so expensive. 300 damage a hit though means 10 hits of this mixed in with a couple hits of the Mystic Knights. That shouldn't have taken too long, but it's really a battle of attrition. With all the slip damage going on though, I really don't have time to heal anybody. If someone goes down, I just have to hope that, I get through without them. The Phoenix Downs are just so expensive in this game to boot, and I have no money this time because I've been running because I just don't feel like fighting the battles right now. Well, I know that's probably going to come and bite me in the butt later. Now, Deus after all his attacks, 60 damage is not pretty sitting at what my HP values are. And the slip is, like I've said 100 times already, this fight is just annoying as mother. I think this is the first Final Fantasy with slip in it. Maybe, I don't think 4 had it. Oh yes, it did with the bio spell. I don't think 3 had it though, but it's one of the most annoying status ailments in the whole game. High potion it up though. That was my only high potion. Then I had to resort to using elixirs, unfortunately. I decide to keep the Black Mage and who else alive? That's right, the Geomancer. Probably not the best choice considering I was not playing smartly with the magic casting, but at this point with the two of them, it was pretty scary. It was not looking good. I'm surprised that, I was actually able to beat it this time. But the 300 damage from the fire just kept me kind of hopeful. This was my big mistake though. I accidentally used the Geomancer, and I didn't use it on him. I used it on the freaking thing. So that hitting the Black Mage was not at all what I needed right there. Very stupid move. That was risky right there, but I think the calculator was showing that I was pretty close to being done. So I was just taking my chances. I think I ended up using a second elixir in a second. Yeah. So 2 elixirs down. It's 4 elixirs used so far in the game. Not even at the 4th crystal. The Geomancer is pretty much done for, so he's just hoping that the Black Mage had enough in him to get it out. Now it's pretty funny as I'm doing the calculator the whole time, and I'm thinking, alright, I've got him. You know, I think at this point he had maybe 600, 900 left, like not many hits needed. So Galuf, of course, is the slowest guy in the whole team, so him being the only one alive and being the Black Mage was, again, not the best decision. Yeah, I think he's at slightly under 300 here, so I'm pretty confident I've got it, but Galuf's turn just isn't coming up. Yep, goes down to 39 with slip, and I think he moves so much. And I cast fire, and when it's done, he doesn't blink away for a second. I was completely scared crapless. But that got him, and I lived with 22 HP Galuf left. It's a rough fight.